guys, welcome to my channel Yum and Tasty, and today we are going to make Italian gnocchi at home, and I'm going to make two types of them. So gnocchi is basically a potato pasta. I mean a pasta made up of potato and wheat flour. So just take a look at the two types. One is like tangy and saucy gnocchi and another one is like cheesy. So for the listed ingredients, do check the description box below. Let's start. At first we are going to boil potatoes. Take 2 big potatoes, that would be enough. I took 5 potatoes and it really made a lot of them. So for like 2 person, you take 2. Now I'm going to cut a chicken breast piece into like 2 halves. See how I'm doing it. Making the chicken breast half makes it like a really thin piece. That way the spices like really absorb in well, and also it takes less of the cooking time. Just I'm pricking the chicken breast with a fork. This would really help the spices to get inside the chicken breast. So now I'm taking like 1 teaspoon of soya sauce over the chicken breast, and then 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, like half teaspoon and half teaspoon, you can understand that. And now I'm adding a bit of salt and a bit of oregano. This gives in a really good Italian flavor. You can also use thyme if it's available. So now I'm adding like a little bit of sugar, 1/3 teaspoon. This gives a nice taste to the chicken breast and really nice color as well. So I'm just rubbing all this seasoning over the breast, and I'll just keep it covered for some time. So the potatoes have been boiled and I'm just peeling off the skin. Wash your hands beforehand because you would need your hands now. Now I'm mashing the potatoes really well. Now I'll be cracking an egg. Oops, I dropped it. But the egg really serves well for the binding purpose. A bit of salt. Now I'm mixing everything together. Now I will be adding in the flour. So you would need about 2 to 3 cups of flour. Add little by little and keep mixing with your hands till it forms a dough. Make sure to strain the boiled potatoes before like peeling and mashing them, because then the excess water will be drained off and it would help you, because more of water, more of flour, and the pasta won't be very nice. So I'm just mixing in the flour and making the dough out of it. So see how it looks. I'm just kneading it again and again, folding it inside. Now I'll be taking like a bit of dough, spreading some flour over a plate, and then I would take a bit of dough and just roll it into a thread-like structure. Just flattening it out a bit, making some kind of a cuboid shape or something like that. Doesn't matter actually. Now for type 1 gnocchi, I'm going to cut pieces of 1 centimeter width. Actually for type 2 also you have to cut it like this, but for the design, for the type 1, I'm just rolling it over the fork like this. Take a nice look. I'll be doing the cheesy pasta with this one. I mean cheesy gnocchi. Okay, for this type, you can also make it this way, like just pressing the fork over it. Now for the second time, I'm cutting it again. I'll be making some flattened round shaped gnocchi for the saucy one. Just pressing it with finger, that's it, and shaping it up a bit. Now for boiling the gnocchi, I have just boiled some water and I'm throwing in the pasta, and I'm boiling them separately. I'm doing the type 1 first and then the second one, and you would know when they are done is when they are afloat. When every one of them are afloat, then it's cooked. So now we are going to cook the type 1 gnocchi. I'm taking 1 teaspoon of butter in a pan. The smell of the butter is really amazing. I love it. Then I'll be adding in 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Garlic is a very common ingredient in Italian food, and I also love this flavor, garlic being sauteed in butter. So after this, I am adding little bit of oregano in it. Now I'll be adding in sliced capsicum or bell pepper or mushroom, baby corn, whatever you want to use. It's totally your choice. Just make sure if you are using the elongated shape like type 1 gnocchi, then do make the slices according to that, a bit longer. That looks good. And for the flattened one, I'll be using square shaped bell pepper. You would see that. So after it has been sauteed for 2 minutes, I'm adding a bit of salt. Just take care of the salt, it's according to your taste. Putting on the lid for the capsicum to be a little soft. So now I'm going to use the gnocchi, which has been drained beforehand, and I'll be sauteing the type 1 gnocchi in it. This potato pasta is really very nice. I mean, you can just eat it this way as well, just sauteing it. But I am going to make it a bit cheesy, so I'm going to add half teaspoon of flour to give the milk a thickness that I'm going to add just after this. So half cup of milk. You can add more if you are making more gnocchi. That's totally up to you. Just keep cooking it till everything is thick. So I'm going to grate some cheese over it. And I'm going to turn off the flame. So it's done. See how it looks. It's beautiful, cheesy. So to complement it with, I'm using grilled chicken. And how I'm going to grill it, you see I'm using just some red chili sauce. You can also use tomato sauce, and pouring over it and grilling it over a little bit of oil. Just grill it till all the water has been evaporated. Doesn't it look nice and yummy? So let's make the type 2 gnocchi. A bit of oil or butter, whatever you want. I'm doing this one with oil. And then the same process, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, and I'm going to use chopped bell peppers. See, I have made this square shaped because I am using the round one. Saute them for some time till they become a bit soft. Now a bit of salt according to your taste. And I'm going to add this type 2 gnocchi which I had streamed beforehand. And I'll be sauteing it for some time. And now a bit of oregano. I've added salt before, but if you need, you can check at this point as well. Now I've mixed here about 1 tablespoon of red chili sauce and 1 tablespoon of tomato sauce together. This combination is really nice. I mean, it tastes really well. Like a bit spicy and sweet, and that tangy flavor of tomato. So I'm just adding the salt in. And we'll be cooking in the sauce for some time. Till the sauce evaporates, till the water evaporates and the sauce sticks in with the gnocchi. And it's done. So see how this looks. This one is also amazing. Like everyone of my family really enjoyed it. So for complementing this one, I'll be doing like a really simple grill, nothing to add in the chicken breast, and I've grilled it. I have a chicken grilling video in my channel, do check that out. So now it's time for tasting. The chicken has been grilled really nice and the gnocchi looks so good and tasty. So starting with type 2. Oh, it tastes amazing. Actually, I didn't have much idea about gnocchi before, but once I came across it, I knew that I have to make it, and it really paid off well. And then the type 1. And the grilled chicken, each one complements so well for both of them. It's really tasty, everything, and I think that I'm going to make this one like more often now because it really suits my taste buds. That is yummy and cheesy. So make which one you prefer and do let me know in the comment box below. And if you have any suggestions of what you want me to make next, do comment that down as well. So like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching the video, and do press the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever I give a video.